The next 3 weeks I'll be in the sling, as you see that I'm in right now. And then after that I'll start working on the range. And that'll probably be for another 2 months, working on the range to get back to full range, and then a month of strengthening. So that's where the 4 months kind of comes into play. And as we go through each step, I'll see where I'll be in terms of throwing. But to be honest with you, I don't start throwing until May anyway. So, not throwing till April is not going to be a big deal. But in terms of pain-wise, there hasn't been any, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm not on any Tylenol, none of the pain medication that they gave me. It's been pretty smooth sailing right now. It's just been very bored at home, not be able to do a whole lot. But other than that, it's I have a plan set in front of me in terms of the rehab, and I look forward to accepting that challenge.
Anthony, does the fact that you were able to throw 5,000 yards this year, despite the shoulder, what did that tell you this year? Basically, that you haven't lost anything from, say, 10 years ago?
I think the one thing as an athlete, we are just taught that we have to go out there and play at all costs. I mean, that's what we try to do, is to help this football team win. And luckily for me, with the torn labrum, I was still able to go out there and throw without it hurting. If I would have came back and I was trying to throw and it was hurting me, then that would have been a major issue. But there's a lot of pride that I have in myself to be the best quarterback that I can be. There's a level that I'm at that I'm trying to stay at, and that's part of the drive. If I felt that I wasn't competing at a high level, if I felt that I did not have that drive to go and win another championship, then I would not be sitting here telling you I'm going to come back and play. But I'm in a territory that few quarterbacks that have been at, and my goal is to play as long as I can and to enjoy it. And that's what I did this year. I really told myself to enjoy this season. I think the year before, I really got caught up into thinking about life after football and when I have to retire. And I told myself this past season I was not going to do that. And I really enjoyed this season. And that's the way I have to approach my future. So that's why I always have to wait until the end of the season to evaluate whether I wanted to come back and play, because at the end of the season, I don't know how I am going to be mentally.
It's been said there's a coaching position with this organization waiting for you when you retire. Have you thought about that? Would that be something that would interest you?
Coaching is something that's in the back of my mind. I mean, sitting down with Mr. Wettenhall, they've always said that I'm always going to have a future here with this organization, and whether it's coaching or in some kind of front office capacity. But football is what I know, and I enjoy the X and O's and the challenge that you have. I mean, even at my age, you're always challenged. I mean, this game is not easy. It's something that you cannot just go in there and just, not prepare and have success. So the challenge is there, and I feel that I want to continue to get challenged by our coaching staff. And I think one day when it's all said and done, I want to be able to challenge other players to be the best quarterback that they could be. But when that time comes, I don't know. But coaching is always going to be a possibility.
Anthony, the way 2012 East